You have to think quickly and throw him off guard to ensure your survival. Claw at his eyes, kiss him. It's me. If we ain't learned something by now, we know that Voyia is going to pick the dumbest option first before she picks the right option. Now, is clawing his eyes out the right option? Perhaps. Maybe. Who knows? Is kissing him more entertaining? Absolutely. We know it is. Hello and welcome back to You and Him. When we left off, we got two absolutely bad endings where we ended up losing our lives. If you are new here, hi, I'm Voyia. I play a variety of games, and if you want me to play something, please do not hesitate to ask me to play something. Or if you're just here to join the ride, hi, welcome. Everyone's welcome to the family. Now, we left off, we hit yes, because he asked us, did we believe in destiny? I want to make sure that's what he said, exactly. He asked us, did we believe in destiny? We hit yes, and we got the bad ending. So we're going to hit no for the honesty, because, honesty is key. Mom always said honesty was the best policy no matter the circumstances. Sure, it might get you killed here, but he's probably already planning on doing that anyway. No. You admitted through clenched teeth. Especially when people like you exist. What sick mystical bullshit would send me to someone like you as a test? He stares down at you for a moment, dissecting you with his eyes. You feel like one of those dead frogs they use in biology class to teach teenagers how bodies work and function, with your limbs all splayed out and pinned to your sides, ripe for organ harvesting. Ew. I have a terrible story. It's gonna be a short. I'm gonna try to keep the little rants and short stories through this. But I'm stumbling all over my words. To a minimum. But I am deadly terrified of frogs, and it has been because I had to dissect one and it wasn't dead. I don't know what the fear is. I just know when I see them, they freak me out, and I start to just thinking about them make me cringe. You wait for him to slice you wide open in response to giving the wrong answer, but to your surprise, he doesn't. Funny. I thought you'd try to lie to appease me. Typically, when you ask someone a question after they find out their lives are on the line, they try to fit their answer to one they think you like. I, however, find honesty to be one of the most honorable traits a person can have. In fact, I'd rather your honesty, even if our views differ. So, you believe in destiny? Why does that not surprise me? Oh, I don't. I was just curious to see how you'd answer. You wanted to get to know me after all. Even if it was just to buy time, I figured I'd still extend the same courtesy. I normally don't let my guard down and talk about my father like this. Aren't you happy? This shows how special you are to me. Wow, narcissistic much? Oh, I bet you say that to all your victims. His eyes narrow at your sarcasm, but you continue on because you can't stop yourself. I truly am the luckiest person alive. I don't deserve you or your kindness. You really aren't like other serial killers. Oh my God! The stabbing noise is so loud, it scares me every time. He reclaims his knife and buries it deep into your shoulder, effectively cutting you off. When he withdraws the blade, he examines the fresh blood coating the knife and frowns. I appreciate honesty to an extent, but you'll fare better if you keep your mouth shut. Make me. A childish retort in the grand scheme of things, but you'll be darned if he's getting the last word in edgewise. You watch as he angles the blade, lifting it high overhead before bringing it down towards your sternum with the most cold-blooded expression. You have to think quickly and throw him off guard to ensure your survival. Claw at his eyes, kiss him. It's me. If we ain't learned something by now, we know that Voyia is going to pick the dumbest option first before she picks the right option. Now, is clawing his eyes out the right option? Perhaps. Maybe. Who knows? Is kissing him more entertaining? Absolutely. We know it is. Um, I'm going to I'm going to come back and kiss him, but I'm going to claw his eyes out first. You launch forward as far as you can and try to jab your thumbs into his eyes. Oh my goodness. I don't think it worked. He scoffs and easily grabs your wrist, pinning your hands above your head in one swift movement, using only one hand while keeping his knife in the other. Adam uses his weight against you, your nose to nose, and you can see the flakes of red in those psychotic eyes of his. Oh my god. You can. He's grinning like a madman. Y'all, just so y'all know, I wanted to choose the kissing thing. Never pegged you for the violent type. It's not really becoming of you if I'm being honest. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't expecting it. You struggle to breathe with the full weight of his chest bearing down on yours. He enjoys your weak attempts to hold him off. Okay, that's actually a lie. I expected you to cry first and then fight back when crying didn't work. How about it? Why don't you cry for me? Oh God. You gasp as something sharp drills into your side, shifting back and forth. Tears prick in the corner of your eyes as you hear the sounds of your flesh being sliced into like a butcher cutting into meat. You're trembling from both adrenaline and the knowledge that you aren't making it out of this alive. Oops, too late. Guess I have no choice but to gut you like the violent pig you are. Hold still, okay? Oh God. He drives the knife down the center of my body, starting from my chest and slicing all the way down to my belly button in one swift motion. Agony rips through you like a bolt of catastrophic lightning, vision turning pure white. You try blinking to clear out your vision, but find your eyelids aren't cooperating. No part of your body operates like it should. You know? Adam's voice filters through the field of white. I almost thought you were interesting and maybe even a little bit cute, but the vicious personality of yours changed my mind. You feel him adjust himself over your limp body and can only assume that he's lifting the knife again. I'm glad to rid the world of a violent person like you. The blade buries itself deep into your chest, past your ribs, and pierces straight through your heart. The world goes quiet, and you fade into white. Is that an ending? In Bad Ending 3, I had gotten every bad ending, but I knew this was a bad ending. 100% I knew this was going to be a bad ending. Let's go ahead and go back in and kiss him. Alrighty. Now we're going to give him big smoochies because that's what I was going to choose anyway, but I knew clawing his eyes would be a bad ending. No way we could have got up. You grit your teeth through the pain, but it's the first thing that comes to mind. Before he can react, you grab him by the scuff of his shirt and pull him down. Caught off balance, he drops his knife and braces his hands on the ground, unable to avoid your awaiting mouth. His dark eyes go comically wide as your lips touch. Ah! He wasn't expecting a kiss. He thought we was gonna bring him down and bite him and fight him, but nah. we was trying to get closer to those lips. He goes still for a total of 2 seconds, which doesn't give you enough time to grab the knife and aim for the jugular. You expect him to shove you away, to scrub his mouth clean of you, to drive his knife down in his disgust. What you don't expect is for him to return your kiss with desperate urgency. Okay, so he wanted it just as bad as I did. Like, I told you, we could read the Voyia. Was Voyia wrong? Did he not want it? Thank you. He's a man who saw thrill from murder, but from the looks of it, hasn't experienced much, if any, intimate interaction. You found an undeniable weakness. He's so distracted, eyelids flutter shut in pure unabashed pleasure, that you take the opportunity to use your other hand to search for his knife. Your hand swipes over dirt and rocks and asphalt until your hand manages to land on the hilt of the blade. You make sure you have a firm grasp and you lodge the blade deep into his side. He cries out, rolling off of your body, clearly not understanding what just happened. Free from his weight, You take your golden opportunity to sprint towards the car. He calls after you, but you don't look back. Hopping into your driver's side, you rev your engine and floor it, pressing pedal to the metal. You see him limping after you in the rear view mirror and watch as he grows smaller before disappearing completely. Well, at least we escaped. That is the best part out here, is that we escaped. Adrenaline pumps through your veins, heart struggling against your rib cage. For hours on a drive back to your town, you check your rearview mirror to see if he somehow managed to teleport into the back seat, afraid he'll finish the job. I'm okay now. You say when you see your hometown and horizon. I'm okay. Him. Okay. This is a little interesting. Elsewhere, 9:30 p.m. Adam manages to return to his hotel room without much trouble after calling in a few favors. Okay, so he's alive at least, and we could see where we stabbed him at. But, I mean, maybe, just maybe, we'll get out of here. He's lucky you didn't hit anything vital, just a flesh wound that he managed to stitch together himself. The action of pushing a needle through skin like second nature, thanks to his practicing on previous victims. Ew! Oh no! He lies back on his king-size mattress, spent from walking under the crisp sun and getting hurt to boot. The sheets feel cool and oddly ticklish beneath him. Everything felt ticklish since that kiss from hours earlier, like his nerve endings are standing on end, hypersensitive to everything he touches. He absentmindedly strokes his own bottom lip. He can still taste you, the shape of your body pressed against his and the way you moved under him, ingrained into his memory, a permanent stamp on his consciousness. He wants to see you again, to touch you, to kiss you, to claim you, to mark you. Unwarranted images of you invaded his mind, graphic depictions of your body intertwined, fueling his lust and causing his hand to dip down in response. He slowly unbuttons his jeans. Okay, so it's getting a little spicy. He slowly unbuttons his jeans, unable to take much more of this corrosive heat, needing to get you out of his system when a woman's face flashes behind his eyelids. She stares at Adam in disappointment, tears crusading down her cheeks and over her cuts and scars. She shakes her head. Just like him, she mouths. Adam gasps and rips his hand away, tears pricking in the corners of his eyes in frustration. I'm sorry. Your face flashes behind his eyelids, the sun illuminating your frame like an angel descending from the heavens. So it sounds like to me that he's being tormented by something else. Like she said in the beginning, if you remember, she said like he had like mommy issues or daddy issues or something. Maybe it's a combination of both, or he had more mommy issues than daddy issues. Because it didn't seem like him talking about his father was a bad thing, but I think his mom is a touchy subject. So maybe his mom is tormenting him. Stop it. You pulled him down again. You kiss him. Enough. He chokes out a sob and curls into a fetal position, wishing he could bleed you out of his pores and untaint himself, but you left your mark. If he wants to get rid of this fever, this disease burning within him, he needs to find the source and destroy it. Adam calms down by taking deep breaths and letting the plan formulate in his mind. As long as he focuses on the future task at hand, he can handle this odd feeling overwhelming him and carry out what needs to be done. When he opens his eyes, they shine with a determined light, and he promises himself he'll find you again. Chapter 1. Okay, so we finished chapter 1 out. That's cool. We don't know. 1:43 a.m. Adam only requires a cheap lock-picking kit brought off of Amazon, to break into your apartment. A weak defense. Did you really think this would keep him out? It's almost too easy the way he steps inside, pausing next to the coat rack to allow his eyes time to adjust in the darkness. He scans the room, observing the dark shape of your ratty couch and cheap coffee table that spills with fabric. He wonders briefly if you started in sewing projects of sorts when his eyes catch on to something far more interesting, a door left ajar that he can only assume is your bedroom. He slips out his boots and places them next to yours. It's almost like he's your husband returning from work and ready to join his spouse in bed. It's almost too intimate in a way, and he really doesn't like the feeling it gives him. But he needs to stay quiet, and wearing large clunky boots would reveal his presence. He wants to surprise you, to catch you off guard, like how you managed to catch him off guard with that kiss on the highway. He'll never forgive you for it. Only the thrill of the hunt manages to subdue any inappropriate thoughts that might overwhelm him. He doesn't want to feel this way, you know. He doesn't like the fact that anyone can wield this sort of power over him because it can only easily turn into a weapon, which makes him vulnerable. Not only that, but the inherent wrongness itches at his skin. You're a forbidden fruit that tricked him into taking a bite. He wants to laugh at how his name suits him now. Did his father think he'd give in to his desires? Oh, he's talking about the name Adam. Okay, so he thinks that everything has a purpose in a sense, but not really. If just listening to the way he's talking, kind of, or like how he's monologuing in his head, it almost seems like he thinks that everything is like tainted, or at least the people that he killed are tainted, and that she's tainted his body in a sense. I like this in a not a oh, I want a murderer to come think about me like this, but in a, oh, okay, the story's getting real interesting way. Did he believe he'd grow up and become just like him? Do what's right. A broken woman whispers from the darkness. I really think this is his mother at this point, because remember, he didn't want to talk about his mom. He didn't care about talking about his dad, but he definitely didn't want to talk about his mom. And I'm sorry, my voice is going away. Y'all know how it is. Don't go down his path. Her words encourage his already determined footsteps. I protected you from him. She stills his resolve. He's going to kill the one who tainted him and become pure again. Adam positions himself in front of the door, wondering what awaits him. Are you planning something, or are you really naive enough to think that you'd be safe after you escaped the first time? Surely, you're prepared for me, aren't you? His voice carries into the bedroom, but garners no response. Do you have a gun aimed at my head? A bat next to your nightstand? Or did you call the cops? Again, no answer. Now's your chance. Kill me before I kill you. Adam's taunting you. Probably because you taunted him in his dreams for so long. Still, you don't give into his games. He grows frustrated and tired of waiting. It's now or never. Adam draws out his knife tucked into his waistband of his jeans. Your blood from the other day still coats the silver blade, the color transformed into a deep reddish brown because he can't bring himself to wash it until he uses it to take your life. The single action and taking of your life with this blade will bring everything a full circle. At last he'll be free. Adam notices a small bed tucked into the corner of the bedroom. The window blinds are lifted, allowing a small amount of moonlight to spill into the room and illuminating the mass blankets where you potentially rest. They shift, signaling that someone indeed lies underneath them. Adam approaches the bed without hesitation, rips the blanket off of your body and onto the floor. You startled awake, your eyes latching onto him, dazed and confused by the sudden shift into realities. You were dreaming one moment, and now you're drugged kicking and screaming into the waking world. How did you not know he was on his way? You really are naive. He thought that you were smarter than this, and he's insulted that you managed to escape from him. How could someone like this? The words escape him when he sees you, skin glowing from the moonlight, caught off guard by you yet again. He keeps his eyes on your face, afraid to wander anywhere else. Then You pull him down and drown him in the blood. Oh no. Red of your lust. So, okay, it wasn't even done yet. Let me finish. Okay, it was done that time. Wow. So, you're just as crazy as he is. Bet. Okay, so my character, I'm glad I didn't have to name my character, but you is just as crazy as Adam. Got it. Because I know me personally. If somebody broke into my house, the last time I would be like, oh my God, take me right here, right now. Nobody thinks like that. But this character just for some reason was like, oh my God, the moonlight, the way you yanked the blanket off me, the way you're holding that knife, take me, oh mountain man. No, absolutely not. Mr. Hitchhiker is gonna get beat up. I'm gonna fight for my life or whatever I can do. In the middle of a heated exchange, you stare down at him, a deity perched over their royal throne. He shudders under your gaze, vulnerable and slick with sweat. He's breathless as he asks, why did you stop? Because I'm curious. Your body shifts and he grits his teeth, holding back a soft whimper, his hands going to your hips as if holding you will ground him. A smirk tugs at the corners of your lips. Do you like this? Do you like what I'm doing to you? Adam nods. Yes. God, yes. He's never felt so good in his freaking life. Adam swallows thickly, eyelashes fluttering, unable to concentrate but forcing himself to pay attention to your next words. Do you want me? Adam answers before he can even think about what he was saying. This man is lost. He's lost in the sauce of Voyia, and I'm here for it. Yes. How much do you want me? More than freaking anything. One last question. Finally. Do you still want to kill me? Oh no. Okay, good. It wasn't nothing bad. That's a good question. If you're trying to take my nana, do you still want to stab me? Because, I mean, you can't have both. Adam stares at you. Yes. Yes, of course he does. Killing you means he's done his job and he can sleep peacefully at night knowing you'll no longer hurt the people around you. He opens his mouth, then closes it. Yes. Just say yes. He tries again and fails miserably. You continue staring at him, patient while you wait for your answer, your body still hovering over his. Maybe he just doesn't want you to stop. Is that it? Like he's afraid that you'll stop making him feel good for giving what obviously was the wrong answer? But no, that's not it either. As soon as you touched him, the burning still exists within him. That's a fact. It always will. But the burning transformed into something else, something that ignites whenever you touch his skin. The mattress begins sinking inwards under Adam's weight. He doesn't even have a moment to process what's happening before the bed swallows him whole. Adam finds himself suffocating in darkness. He tries clawing around him, but his body remains immobile. Then he's falling, and all of a sudden, he hits solid ground. He manages to pick himself up. He finds himself stuck in the middle of a kitchen, and he's dressed in his old Sunday's best. Did he just go back in time? Oh my God. Voyia's Nana was so good that it put him back in time. Voyia in the game. Thank you guys so much. I don't want to make these too long. This one's kind of going on a little bit long, but not too long. But we're going to stop it right here. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. We're going to see what happens to Adam when we get back. Peace and love.